4 video. I'm actually going to turn off the voices in the sounds. Usually I like to have both voices and sound effects at 95%, but for this video I'm going to turn them down to 0. Because what I'm doing in today's video is I'm going to be ranking every single occult in CAS from my least favorite to my favorite. And again, this is my opinion. You are welcome to disagree with my list from least to best. Honestly, it's my opinion, and your opinions might be different than mine. So again, now to start us off, we have aliens from The Sims 4 Get to Work. Now, there is one saving grace for aliens, and that is the fact that they have a second form. So they have their alien self as well as their disguise. Now, unlike the other occults, we can't link their facial structure, which I guess is okay, and I guess it makes sense. But at the same time, it could have shown the face. Like how we have werewolves. You could still link them both, but at the same time, it also does the facial structure as well. I don't see why, from, the disguise from the actual alien form, we can't link, the facial structure. You see what I get by this? Honestly, it's kind of dumb. And there is one more saving grace for them. There's actually 2 more, actually. That is their grave and urn, because when they die, they do have a special grave and urn. And the fact that they have a cool, unique thing that happens to them if they're feeling a strong emotion, like very happy, very energized. They have a glow to them. Now, you guys might be wondering, why are they still so low on your list? That is because in live mode, when you're actually playing as your alien, they're just so lackluster. They are so boring. They really have no replayability to them. So they're just kind of boring, in my opinion. Like with werewolves, for example, there's a bunch more replayability. But with aliens, there's really not much replay value to the game for aliens. That is. So again, that's the reason why they're so low on my list. And again, you are completely free to disagree if you want. Again, it's my opinion, not yours. So again, you are free to disagree whenever you want. Now, of course, you guys are going to probably disagree with me with this, but second up, I'm happy to go with mermaids. As much as I like mermaids, at the same time, I just hate them. Now, of course, they do have a second form. They have, well, this, which, and unlike aliens, thank God for this, we can link. So, again, similar to vampires and werewolves now, we can link the forms. You can see that, Sim 3 and Sim 3's mermaid form. And, like I said, we can customize it the way we want it to, or the way we want to. So you can change the tail. Like I said, you can link and unlink. So now it's unlinked, and I can link it again if I really want. Now, mermaids do have a good saving grace, though. And that is the fact that they do have some alter needs. And that is them replacing their hygiene with hydration. It ain't nothing that fancy, because it's kind of weird, nonetheless. It's not bad, it's pretty good, actually. But the most annoying part about it, though, is if you have a child mermaid, their hygiene need plummets. Pretty much like a werewolf's fury skyrockets as fast as going down for the hydration, at any time for, really sort of werewolves during a full moon, if they don't have the lunar resistance ability. So again, they're still fun to play with, don't get me wrong, but they're also really just boring in my opinion. Fun fact though, if you do have the Spa Day game pack, you can basically make your mermaid have unlimited hydration for half a sim day for 12 hours. And again, that you do have to have the Spa Day game pack for that, which is kind of annoying. But it's okay. Are mermaids cool? Yeah. But they're kind of lackluster, in my opinion. They're just slightly better than aliens. But they don't have a graven urn, though. That is my huge disappointment about them. Is that they don't have a special graven urn. What? And aliens do, like, what the heck? That's always been so confusing to me. Alright. Now, I know a bunch of people who play The Sims. They always hate spellcasters. Why? I have no clue. Spellcasters are so much fun. Like, bro, that's why they're my number 3. They're so much fun. Like, honestly, like, I would even rate them higher than vampires. Like, honestly, but vampires are just a little bit better in my opinion. The reason why spellcasters are so much fun is that they have a special depth to them. There's only 2 occult sims that have that. Spellcasters have a special death that can only happen to them called Spellcaster Overload. Because, like, they have a cool need background and everything. You saw from my other videos. And then they have, like, their charge meter, which is at the top. And basically, if you cast spells and practice magic, doing any magical activities, it will raise that up. And the higher it is, the more powerful their spellcasting becomes. But at the chance of them becoming cursed, as well as them being killed. So again, it's really fun. There's also familiars, faster ways of leveling up your spellcaster. They're actually really cool because they have their perks panel and their spell bug. That's 2 blown, cool HUDs that we can access, which is just really cool. Now, unfortunately, spellcasters don't have a second form, which it's okay. I mean, of course, like, I don't really see the need of them having a second form, to be honest with you. Because, like, why would you make a second form just for a human sim with magical proportions? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And, of course, unlike mermaids, they do have a special grave and urn, bassinet. Also, aliens have a bassinet, too, which I forgot to mention. Spellcasters actually have the prettiest bassinet in the game, in my opinion. Now, basically, like I said, they're like still like honestly one of my favorite occults to date. And number 2, this is gonna shock you guys. Vampires. Now, vampires are like the second oldest occult in the game. But I love vampires in the game. Because vampires have 2 forms. They have, like, the most alter needs in the game. Like, the most. Like, if you compare vampires to no similarities at all. No similarities. Like, just no similarities at all. Now, what's cool is you can have a second form. But it's optional. You don't have to have it. Like, bro, like, that's amazing. You can add a dark form, and if you hover over it, you can see what it is and what it does. Basically, like, it's mostly used for biting. It even says so right here. Add a dark form to your vampire. The vampire will switch into their dark form when feeding, suffering from thirst, and using certain powers. And that is really unique, actually. Like, I still love playing with vampires. And they're the second occult that has a special death. And that is by sunlight, of course. So if you have seasons, and if it's sunny weather, and if your vampire is not holding an umbrella, they can actually burn in the sun. If you have seasons, of course, and if they're not holding an umbrella, and if it's sunny outside. They can die. They can burn. Provided, of course, they don't have perfect sun resistance. And might I add, that's really simple to get. So again, not much of an issue. So number 1... There's only 1 left, guys. Guess which one I have not done. And it just pains me to do this, because I love playing with both so much, but I had to pick one to be my favorite. Guys, werewolves are my favorite occult in the game. Like, honestly, like, what did you expect? Like, honestly, what did you expect? Like, what did you expect, guys? And honestly, like, I love this background. Let me, like, actually, I'm gonna go back to the vampire guy real quick, because, like, honestly, I want to show you guys something with the dark form real quick. I love that background. I'll get to that in just one moment. So we have the dark form, which I forgot to add. And if you add one, basically you see this dark mist. And it does fit the vampiric atmosphere, but it's not perfect. And you can link both forms, just like mermaids and werewolves, which, you know, is very nice. Very nice. But what brings werewolves so much higher than vampires, in my absolute opinion, is the customization. There is so much you can do in cast when it comes to werewolves. I'm not even joking. Let me show you guys real quick. So you can link, which is really cool. I'm going to actually unlink. So you can see this is what he looks like as a human. Nice mohawk, by the way. I really like the mohawk. I'm going to go ahead and change. Real quick. And once you go to your beast form, you can see I was just so pumped. And the reason why I muted the voices and the sound effects is because werewolves and spellcasters, mainly werewolves, can get annoying when they're howling so much in cast. Like they howl like every 5 seconds, and that's no joke. But not to say that's not bad. I mean, I just find it quite annoying. That's the reason why I have the sound muted. But you're ready to see why I've rated werewolves as my #1 occult. Well, first of all, they're basically a dog, and they have like you know, like their coats. You have like a skeleton werewolf. That's really cool. I like that. And again, what's cool is any clothing that a human can wear, werewolves can also wear, and that is so cool. Like, it's just so cool. There's so much customization. And you can change the body, of course. And guys, if it wasn't evident enough, of course, we have paint mode. Yes, you can paint on your werewolf. Oh my god. Like, this is the reason why that werewolves are my #1 occult. There's so much dang customization. There is so much customization. Like, I just want to cry. Like, this is why werewolves just beat out so many of the other occults, and the reason why they're so much better. Now, however, there is one tiny disappointment with werewolves. And that is, you can't actually paint in your human form. Like, why? We'll go back to the human form real quick. Like, why can you not paint on your human form? Like, I don't get that. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. And with the addition of body hair, I mean, it makes it more realistic, because in human form, you look more like a werewolf in human form, but, I mean, when you are transformed, of course, I mean, you're literally all just fur. Like, you're literally hairy all around, because, well, duh, you're a werewolf, so. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much my list, and how I would rank my occults in the game. And, share me your thoughts, like, honestly. Again, your opinions might be different than mine, and that's totally fine. Everyone has different opinions. Like, you might hate werewolves, although I really don't see why you would hate werewolves. You might hate vampires, although I really love vampires. I know a lot of people hate spellcasters, but I love spellcasters. I just love spellcasters. I really do. And again, like I said for the millionth time, this is my opinion. We all have different opinions. You can disagree with me, and I wouldn't care, because it's your opinion. And like I said, your opinion is probably different than mine. So, again, share me your thoughts. What is your favorite occult? Let me know in the comments. And what is your least favorite occult as well? And what you want me to do in next video. Until next time, peace out.